MRecktv.
I forget the phrasing, but the particles, everything moves in reverse. Okay, and that's significant because what I've studied over the years, and this is hard to explain because this is stuff I've been studying since the early 90s. And so it's taken, all of these ideas are drawn. It's not from one book. It's from different religions, different cultures, different philosophies, all different places. But the one thing that I've noticed to be true over the years, over and over and over again, is when people talk about demons and they talk about ghosts and they talk about these things, which are silly, kind of. However, there's some truth to them because these demons and these things that they've been talking about that have existed since back in the day that cause people to do crazy and show their existence, there's a direct correlation with people talking about the jinn and talking about these entities that dwell in another dimension. And if you think about it, it's kind of crazy because if there's alien life or if there's other things that we've, like, let's say this was the 1700s and you tried to tell someone, or the 1600s, and you try to tell somebody that germs exist and there's these little alive entities that are on the cellular level, they would think you're fucking crazy. So that being said, we probably don't have the technology right now to understand or view or see other life forms on different planes, different dimensions, and such and so on. And what I feel like, everything that I've read, I feel like that these jinn that they talk about, which is where the word genie comes from, and which is what the presence of demons are probably some type of life form that's on another dimension, and in maybe a fourth dimension. And the fourth dimension is beyond our comprehension because we can't comprehend it. Just like a two-dimensional being couldn't comprehend our three-dimensional world. So these spirits and these jinn and these entities and these things, it's been said and kind of thought over the years, hypothesized over the years, that they feed off negative energy. So the energy that we exude and the energy that we give out, they feed on that. And that's not so crazy to believe, because when somebody walks in a room and they're in a fucked up mood and everybody's having a good time, that energy radiates. You feel it. And you don't even have to be too metaphysical about that. You can feel when the energy's off. You can feel when something's up, because even though we're organic physical mass, we radiate energy. There's energy, there's microwaves and radio waves that we can't see, and there's also other energy that we can't see.
Right.
So
we're frequency. Yeah.
Yep. And so, and the thing that's interesting about NASA saying they found another parallel dimension is they reveal these things to us to desensitize us, to bring things out and roll things out. They do everything intentionally. And the crazy thing about the backwards things is as far as things have been backwards forever, in the reverse and that energy, I mean, that's like playing records backwards for satanic energy. That type of energy, that type of manifestation and everything like that has a really dark connotation to it. So it's pretty interesting that all of this is coming out, and it's coming out in the news, and it's a parallel dimension where particles and everything, the energy flows backwards.
Right. Well, I'm about to enlighten y'all on, because I'm smiling because you just set up the whole piggyback for me. There's a documentary on YouTube. Well, it's not on YouTube no more because of me. They blocked it because I've been telling everybody to go watch it. It's called Above Majestic. Have you seen it?
I didn't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the free link to watch it. Above Majestic is the greatest documentary I've seen in the past maybe 15 years. And it goes directly in correlation with just saying. Now, we'd have to be real cocky of a species to believe that we are the only ones in existence.
Facts.
Now, Above Majestic, the reason why the title is called Above Majestic is because Majestic is the highest level of military clearance in the United States Army. So the title is Above Majestic because what you are watching in that documentary is above that. It's above that. Now, it goes into, it talks about NASA and the special space programs that they've been having on the low since the 1930s. Okay, now they have been AI and extraterrestrial celestial beings on Earth from thousands of years ago. Now, if you hear about the stories of the 13 families of the elite, right? Now, people say that they are the ones that control the world. They control the pyramid is for a reason. Now, if you look at the pyramid on the back of a dollar, there's the pyramid, and then it's the top of the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, and it's separated from the rest of the pyramid. Here people talk about the 13 families, and then how these people, celebrities and stuff, are puppets for the 13 families of the elite. Well, the 13 families are puppets too. That top of that pyramid that's separated from the rest, that is the 1% that you hear about. The 1%, the 13 families, they puppets of this 1%. Now, 1% is not about who, it's about what. Above Majestic, you will see. Now, back in ancient Egypt times, before they were infiltrated and manipulated, ancient Egypt was a place of civilization, mathematics. Okay, and the 1%, they say, when you watch Above Majestic, you will see. They talk about people, the underground monorail system that goes all over the world that's connected. But this 1% is not a who, it's a what. They say we will never find out about this 1% because of just that. Okay, it goes into history with and the technology. Now, this 1% infiltrated back into Egypt. It turned Egypt from what it was to some demonic shit. That's where you got the Mesopotamians, the Timurs, the Nimrods. Those are all, like you said, demons. But in all actuality, they are extraterrestrial. Now you see with I think it's the Hindu religion with the what is it called? It got the blue skin and like 6 limbs or whatever. That
the damn, what's that name? Not the Ganesh.
But you know what I'm talking about. It got blue skin. Then you see they have everything is great engraved into these walls, and because of what was seen. So you know, it all correlates into each other. Now the 1% back then, they've been ruling or being puppeteers for thousands of years. But just as far as our recent history, as far as Germany, now the Holocaust, people assume the Holocaust was about race or genocide because of these peoples was Jewish. But if you do your history and pay attention, wanted this. They say they wanted this Aryan race, but it wasn't that wanted that. He was just acting out his orders. These are Ashkenazi Jews. Totally, an Ashkenazi Jew is a German Jew. Okay, so Hitler was one of them, but also Hitler was a Rothschild as well. Now, these ETs, in exchange for this genocide, quotation mark, they were given technology. Why do you think the Germans had all this stuff? They was making all these different blimps and stuff, that these planes and stuff that we never
even the term German engineering. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The very first AI machine that was created, or ET machine that was created, was actually the German submarine. That was technology that was given to them from these ETs. Now, in exchange for that, they continue to fund their wealth, the family, these 13 families' wealth all over the world. They was placed with an agenda. But I'm talking about as far as the Holocaust is concerned. Now they say 6 million Jews were murdered. Okay, but if you pay attention to just what the narrative is in Above Majestic, it was more of an experimentation on them people than just killing them because they wasn't blonde hair, blue eyes. It was a master race that they was trying to push, but those people were experimented on. Things was extracted, and they just threw their bodies in a mass grave.
Did you see Hitler in the Occult? It's a documentary that's out there, which is interesting. And you have to be adept to read between the lines, but it's really interesting what's there. And then before I forget too, another interesting thing too was where you're going with a lot of this too is a lot of people thought the movie Stargate was cute and they thought it was some regular shit. But yo, Stargate was awesome, especially with the presence of Ra who came down, all of that.
Because the key to human existence, or the original man's existence, is in Antarctica. Admiral Admiral Byrd's research, he was killed out of nowhere. The of the original man is in Antarctica. That's why it's guarded like that. It's something that's down there. They've been down there for centuries, since I'm gonna say 1700s. They've been down there underground, and it's a no-fly zone for real. Like if you within 10,000 miles of it, they shooting your shit out the sky.
This MRecktv content is sponsored by Renegade Revolver, Duffel Bag Dollars featuring Young Guard, Trauma Freestyle.
Niggas call it switching up, I just call it falling back. Can't associate with these niggas, I seen them walk with rats. Saquon Barkley with the rock, we can talk the stats, I don't mumble rap. Flex voice, baby, New York is back.
Freestyle is dope. Click the link in the description, also in the comments, so you can see the video. Go get their mixtape, Brim Game, on datpiff.com. MRecktv content is sponsored by Bobby Boucher, RP again, featuring B Magic 302. Check out the dope visuals and a banging record by Bobby Boucher. Click the link below, is in the comments and the video description.
Yo, I'll never say never again. Forever we ride to the end. If cheddar defining a friend, it's better to die for your kin than to die for the evil of men. However, the rules they don't bend. Whatever for food for the...
This MRecktv content is sponsored by 9-7 Entertainment presents the movie Raina.
I waited still for a glimmer to arrive. I know it will, but dream.
And such, you a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the matching, ready for the action. Shots will make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke but her body fixed.
Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktVpromo, MRecktVpromo at gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv.
It's got a music.